Hey Sky Fam, it's your girl Rose and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is your newest hiring alert. Now, if you go onto the United career website right now, you are going to go ahead and see a hiring position. But for specific languages, the one that's going to open up tomorrow is going to say either no language, non-language, or language of destination, and that is the one that you are going to want to apply to for the general English-speaking flight attendant application. Now, if you do speak one of the languages that are listed, go ahead and apply for those languages. Those are often up more frequently than the language of destination option, but only applies to them if you actually speak the language and you can actually pass a test on verbally and writing the language. Now, in the last year, this is going to be maybe my fourth hiring video for United, and I'm not sure exactly why they're hiring so much, but easily out of the big three and the major airlines in the US in general, they have easily been hiring the most. Now, I cannot say why. They do have a lot of aircrafts that are on order, but it's not any particular reason. I have multiple videos on the breakdown of United, their benefits, their hiring process, so I will be either putting those above so that you can click on them. They'll be in the description box as well if you are watching on TV and the cards don't show up, and then you can also search on my channel as well, United Hiring, and all 3 or 4 of those videos that I have already made will come up. I'll go through the brief things with you as well, but if you want really in-depth things, I really suggest going to the video in the description box. Now again, like most airline hirings, we do not know what time the application is going to open. I know this is a big thing with y'all. I will say United's website doesn't typically crash like the previous opening that just happened this week, so there's that to hopefully look forward to. However, if you know you want to apply, go ahead tonight. As you're watching this video, you can put me on the side. As you're watching this video, go ahead and make yourself a profile. Now, if you applied the last time I put this hiring alert video out, then you are not eligible to reapply yet. But if you applied last year or at least 6 months prior, then you are able to reapply at this time. Not all airlines particularly care about a cover letter, but United kind of does. If you have not created a cover letter, I do suggest adding it as a supplemental document to your application. You can do this in the same place where you put your resume. Starting pay is $28.88. They are currently in contract negotiations. I think I've said this in every single video that I've made for them. Now, the thing is, they're really close to possibly actually having a new contract. They are voting on it either this week or next week, I believe, within the next 2 weeks. And so you could be going into a United with an all-new contract, or if it gets voted down by the current flight attendants that are there, then they will go back into negotiations. But it's likely if you start in the next year or 2, you're going to get a nice little pay bump from the contract finally being finalized. They also did just get a new uniform, so that can be exciting. I guess you'll either love it or hate it, but there are a lot of changes happening over there right now. They also have some new really luxury aircrafts coming in that are allowing them to compete with like Middle Eastern and Asian airlines, which is really cool. If you're interested in being a purser or working first class, those are some things that you might be interested in. Out of the big 3, Delta, American, and United, United really does a significant amount of international travel, and if that is why you want to be a flight attendant, you shouldn't say that in an interview, but if that's why you want to be a flight attendant, they really are the airline to go to. They are kind of strict on their tattoo policy, so I want to go ahead and get into that. They do consider red zones, that is your hands, like around the neck, on the head. None of those places can have any visible tattoos. You can have like a full sleeve, but that means you will always have to wear a long sleeve uniform. Even if it's something like here behind your ear, it's a no-go for them. Again, like other US carriers, they do not have a weight nor height requirement, but they will have a reach requirement. And as long as you are a certain height, that really isn't something to be worried about. You are able to go on your tippy toes. They might do something in the later process of your hiring, like closing a bin that's at a certain height, but there is not a height nor weights requirement. Another thing for appearance-wise, if you have a nose piercing, it is okay. However, they only prefer studs. They don't really allow hoops for nose earrings, so even if you wear those in your free time, that's perfectly fine, but for your virtual interview or your in-person interview, you definitely want to switch it out for a stud, not a hoop. Now, as I mentioned in the last hiring announcement, you do not know how long the process will take. It depends how aggressively they are hiring at the moment. And it's always to hear nothing than to hear a TBNT, a thanks but no thanks. Once you apply, you should get a confirmation to your email that your application has gone through. Then you'll take your assessment, you will have a virtual, and you will have a face-to-face in Houston. Now, we can expect this application to probably open up again, probably around 8 to 10 a.m. Make sure you start checking. Y'all do not be listening to me. I say the application is not gonna go up at 12 a.m. on the clock and y'all be in the comments talking about, I've been up since 12:58 refreshing. It's not gonna be up. I don't mean to say this to discourage you. I'm just saying you don't have to stress yourself out in this hiring process any more than it already is stressful. Give yourself a good night's sleep. Have your application prepared and ready to submit. Have your profile set up with your cover letter and resume, and best of luck to you, okay? Even if you want to start checking at 7 a.m., sure, but there is no need to be looking when the clock strikes 12. Again, we do not know how long it's going to be open. It can be open for a few hours or it can be open for a few days. It's very likely that it'll only be open for a few hours like it was the last time. Possibly longer than Southwest application was open for about an hour this week. But definitely keep your eye on it and make sure you leave a comment in the comment section if you do apply. If you have any specific questions about United that you don't see in my other videos, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. If you are enjoying these hiring alerts, please let me know. I will continue to do them if they are useful to you. Good luck, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye Sky fam.